Hello and welcome to a video. We're going to be making a item sorter, and we're not using redstone to do it. So we're going to get some chests, decoration blocks, chests. There we go. Got some chests. Got some decoration blocks, and that's pretty much all we need for ingredients, really. And to do this item sorter, you have to have an obscene number of items. Like an absolutely obscene number of items. As long as you have an obscene number of items, this will work. And if you don't have an obscene number of items, it won't. So you want to you can do double chests if you have an obscene amount of items, and I do mean obscene. We're talking obscene. So we're going to put in a chest, we're going to do a space, we're going to put in a chest, space, chest, space, chest, space, chest, whatever. Put in a hopper, and a hopper, and a hopper, and a hopper, and a hopper. And now we're just going to grab some blocks here. I guess we'll grab some stone. Need an obscene amount of stone. I don't know if that's enough stone. It's not. Okay, now we have enough stone. And then we fill this hopper up with stone. Just like that. Actually, we don't need it like that. We just need to go like that. That much stone. And then we're going to put in some stone over here. And we're going to call this our waste box. Waste box. And we're sticking our... Whoopsies. I don't want you in there. Damn it. How the hell are you going there? Okay. And then we have to do... No, we have a waste box. We're fine. So we're going to stick in our chest over here. One chest here for sorting now. I really should have done this over here. Let's grab all of our stone out. And we'll stick all of our stone in here. So we fill that chest up with stone. And grab the rest of the stone out of here. So there's only 5 in there, and kind of blocks it for anything else. So before we get started here, I'm going to break that guy out of there, and we're going to fill this stuff. We're going to put some stone in here. Stone, lots of stone, lots of stone. Okay. Guess we want to do some dirt. There's got to be a way to get a shit ton of dirt. I want a lot of dirt. I don't know when I'm gonna have enough. Maybe that's enough. That's enough. Okay. Got a coarse dirt in here. Stick in coarse dirt. And then we fill this guy up with dirt. Dirt. Okay. Now, the trick with this is you gotta have enough space in your... Well, it will work, but you have to have a lot of items coming in, and you have to have a lot of items going out. But you can't have too many items going out because of the speed of the hoppers, right? So let's hook this guy up, okay? And if we take out a stack of stone, we should only ever get stone in this chest. And we will only ever get dirt in this chest. Except we just screwed the pooch on that one. We just cleaned out all the dirt because we don't have dirt in the system yet. So put that back in there. Because we're currently filtering the stone first. The stone's coming through, stone's coming through. As long as there's space in here, and your filters, your boxes are full, your boxes stay full, you can pull your stone out. As long as you have enough extra to take up the space of what you're going to be taking out of your hopper. As you can see, we're staying at 44, but that's not because there's only 44 in there. It's just dropping through so fast that you're not seeing the change. But that's your basic item sorter without redstone. And that works because of how hoppers work. And to really understand how hoppers work, I guess, or to really understand how item sorter works, I guess I should explain it and then build an actual item sorter. So hoppers will flow in the direction that they're pointed primarily, but by default they want to flow down. They always want to flow down into the hopper below them. So like, put in some hoppers here, put some hoppers here, and as long as there's nothing preventing, like, as long as this hopper isn't full of crap, items will want to go into that hopper. So let's grab a bunch of stone out of here. Just grab a bunch of stone. Watch out for a little filter empty. We're going to put all this stone in here, in this top hopper. And all of that stone is going to drop into this hopper. But then it's going to come over here and stop. So instead of going through over here, the default behavior, the hoppers want to flow down into another hopper if it's available. If there's another hopper below it, it will flow down into that hopper. So just consider that whenever you have hoppers stacked on top of each other, they will flow down into each other. And there are other mods that add certain parts of these same mechanics. They have the same effects. Like I was playing Volcano Block, that little linear extractor thing has the same effect. You put it over a hopper and it will go into the linear extractor and drop into the hopper. So the hopper will pull out of anything that is over the top of it. It will pull out of pipes. That applies to the Volcano Block mod. But it won't go into pipe. So like if you have a pipe over the top of this guy, then the pipe will flow into it. But if you have hopper on top of a pipe, the hopper will not flow into the pipe. So all of the stuff we put in is all going down to this hopper here because the default behavior of a hopper is to flow down through the hopper regardless of how the thing is pointed. Now we're going to build an item sorter using redstone. So this is your basic item sorter and it will keep things sorted. As you see, we got dirt in here now because we didn't have a good enough filter. We didn't have enough items to prevent that from happening. But it was trying to go. So like if you always left, you know, your stone in here, you would never get, as long as you left some stone in here. Set time noon, set noon. All right. Very basic item filter. No redstone. It'll work. It won't work well, but it'll work. How hoppers behave. And now let's build an actual item sorter. Now there's a couple ways to build this guy. The base design is this guy here, or if you want it elevated out of there, we go up like this when we make a plus sign. This is how I was taught to make a plus sign, then put a thing up there. Put a hole in the middle, and that's your basic shape. But you can do it on the ground, and it stays lower, but then you've got some more things you've got to deal with. Because your chest, so the chest would go there, and you put your hopper here. Now, if your chest is level with the top of your doodad, so I'm going to put a chest here and a hopper here. And this has to do with how the redstone works. I like having them up, gives me a little more space. We're going to build a couple of different types here. I'm going to build well, one of the base types, and we need comparator, repeater. So let's throw a repeater in here. Oh, wait, repeater. And torch. Repeater. Dust. Comparator. Now we need a step to get up here. Dust. Comparator. Hopper like that. Hopper right there. Okay. Your basic item filter has a filter, or your item sorter has a filter here, and we're going to use stone for this. When you're setting up your filter, you don't have to fill it with it doesn't have to be all of the same item for your filter, because a hopper will always pull from the leftmost box first. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can have different items in here as long as these items have the same stack size as the item that you're hoping to filter. Like if I wanted to filter stone out, I would have this guy in here like this, and whenever we got more than 22 stone, as soon as we had 23 stone, this here would light up and the torch would turn off, and it would allow that 23rd item to drop into the chest. Actually, it wouldn't even drop into the chest, it would simply drop 1. So check this out. So it's out of this hopper at least. And it's stuck in this hopper, but it will be released from this hopper when the next item comes through. So there's not currently an item. You basically need 4 items to make sure that or 2 items to go through. Now there's 1 there, and there's 1 in the chest. So we've got our first item flow through there. Now on top of this hopper is where we have more hoppers, and this is our supply chain of hoppers. Basically that same row that's over there. We've got that supply chest, we got these row of hoppers there that feed into that overflow chest, and then we have these hoppers here. So these hoppers here, this is our supply line hoppers. So this is where all of the items run through, and by default all of the items are going to go through here until they come to here. When they come to here, they'll be like, hey, can I go into this hopper? Well, if it's stone, we can go into the hopper. It'll go into that hopper and drop down, and it doesn't go in here. But if it is not stone, then it doesn't go in because there's no room for it to drop in, and we wind up with our dirt over here. Time. set day. How do I make the time stop? Time stop. Crap, I know there's a command for that. Time stop. Yeah, I'll deal with you in a minute. Stopping time in Minecraft. Game rule, daylight, do daylight. Okay, so let's go back in here. We'll go game rule, do daylight cycle, false. And now we go set our time, set noon. And now it will stay. Alright. Apparently I have to set that for true. Why is it so fucking dark? I want it to be bright. Weather clear. All right, that's better. Now we'll do nope, not true. We want it false. False. All right, and now we need to do weather off. How the hell do I turn the weather off? Rule, do weather cycle. Okay. Let's make my life so much easier. Okay, so we have this type of design here. But this one here is like with a space in it. I'm going to do them now at this level here because they're a lot easier to edit for me. So I'm going to do another one over here. On the same line here. So here, 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 and there. And we put in a repeater there. We put in dust here, here, here. We put in a comparator right there. We put in a hopper right there. We put in a torch right there. We got a chest. Not there, there, and there. Now, oh, hopper, right there. Now, it used to be in the previous versions of the game, you had to alternate your chests, so you have to do a chest and a trap chest if you wanted these things to go right next to each other. But they've changed that in the latest version of Minecraft, and now you can build your chest right next to each other. So we're going to do the same build here, right next to it, so I can show you the problem with it. Yes, it works. And it works pretty good until there's a problem. And when there's a problem, things go bad in the most epic way possible. As long as you don't have a storage problem, you will never have this problem, but once you have a storage problem, you will have a problem. So therefore, you can't have them together like this. And let me show you why. We're going to put in our filter. So here's our filter here. We'll drop in that guy. And as you can see, our comparator is reading how much is in the hopper. And the amount that's currently in the hopper is enough to power 1 redstone. We're going to drop in a full stack of stone in here. Now we're powering 1, 2, 3. And now we're just powering 2. We're still powering 2. But we were powering 3 for a while. And when we power 3, that means we can clear the filter in this one. So let's say we had a filter in this one of, we'll just say that we were using dirt for our filter on this guy. And we'll put in some dirt. So we've got our coarse dirt in this one, we've got stone in this one. Let's grab some more stone. I don't know where else I've got some stone squirreled. Oh, right here. Let's grab some stone out of there. Now as you can see, we've got our filters set up. We've got our stone there. We've got our dirt there. Now if there was a problem with the stone getting out of here, and it's like, it's considered that this chest is totally full of stone, and then we get so much stone that we clog our filter here. And when we clog our filter, it's basically the same thing as, so we have our filter here, and for the sake of argument, let's say, I'll just put this up here so you understand. So this here is our supply line. Our supply line is running through. We've got items coming through. Tick, 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 tick. One item coming through the hopper. Tick, 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 tick. And we come here to the stone. But the problem with the stone is backed up. Our chest is full of stone. Our hopper here is full of stone. And that means we're going to start backing stone up into this guy here. And initially that's going to look like, so we got our filter here. That's going to look like this. And at that point, you can see that this one is off and that one is off. What's the problem? Well, our dirt just went away. Our dirt filter is now gone. And that is the problem with putting these guys right next to each other. Here's our filter. And now it's cleared itself some. Alright, we're totally cleared again. And we can put our filter back in. So if you build these things and they are right next to each other, this is a problem that you need to be aware of if you have a chance of backlogging your system. If there's a chance of backlogging your system, do not build it this way, because it will clear out all of your filters and you'll be sad. Okay, now let's build another variant, and it's basically the same thing here. But instead of of this, we're just going to space it. I'm going to add on one guy here. And we'll put a block here and a block there. Okay. So there's our supply line now. Oh, we've got to put that block back. Got to put a redstone torch here. And we're going to put a comparator there, and we're going to put a chest here, not there, here, and get rid of that, and hopper there, and a hopper there. Okay. Now, oops, dust. Now, if there's a problem, so we will use, I don't know, how about we filter out hoppers? Oh, I guess I should be doing that with the filter. So we do our filter like this, right? And as you can see, our hoppers are only ever going to drop through here. So we put in, let's put 18 hoppers in over here. Now our hoppers can't go in here and they can't go in here, but they can go in here. And so we got this one firing. You can see it firing over and over again until it's clear. And now we've got hoppers in this chest, and we've got hoppers in there. But our filter is secure, and it's only dropping the hoppers in because, like I said, hoppers draw from the leftmost box first. Now, we're back here, and I'm showing you the difference between these guys. And let's say we got another backup of stone. There's our stone is all backed up again. And we had dirt in this filter, and the dirt is just draining out of that filter because of how much stone is in here. So this is the demonstration of why it's bad side by side. Now this filter is totally clear of dirt. That means we have to reset it. More work for us. I don't like the work. Filters reset. Meanwhile, this filter here is fine because they're not connected with the redstone signal, so it doesn't matter how much stone is in this hopper, it's not going to affect this guy's filter. Now, this is a great thing here, except now you have another problem. And that problem is kind of a waste of space, because you have this gap here, and there's nothing in that gap. So how do we fix the gap? Well, we fix the gap by being creative with our filtering. And this is kind of a design that I like to use. I kind of came up with this out of necessity, because I wanted it to be compact. I didn't want these gaps in here. And instead of this arrangement here, so we put in, the problem with building this other type of filter is that you need to build it from the bottom up. Like this filter here is kind of built from the filter and out and up. But this one here, you literally have to build it from the ground up. So we're going to look at where we want our item filter to live. And I guess I'll just stick it over here. We'll have a little path over here. And let's put in our chest. And another chest. And another chest. And we're going to do a 6-item filter. We want to have a gap in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like having a gap of 5. It's a big open walkway area, and I like not feeling claustrophobic. Just like that. And now we've got to do hoppers on the back. And whatever side we do the hoppers on this one, we're going to kind of do them on the same side. So like, we're going to do these on, as we're facing the back of the chest, we're going to do it on the right side. So a hopper on the right, hopper on the right, hopper on the right. Now we're going to come over here behind this guy, and we're going to do hopper on the right, hopper on the right, hopper on the right. Now I'm going to do more chests. And we're going to do our chests on top. Just like this. Happy little steps like this. Happy little steps. Happy little steps. Happy, 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 happy little steps. Now we've got 2 double chests of storage for each one. We're going to continue. I'm going to put one on the right, one on the right, one on the right. Same thing over here. Basically copying the same pattern, going up, and I'm going to do more chest. Chest here, and chest here. And that's pretty much going to stop. This is like the very bottom of our item sorter now. And it's going to turn into a really long episode. I make no apologies. This is where it gets fun. Yeah, so we're continuing on here, and we're putting our filters on the right. And this is like a huge item sorter to have lots of storage, lots of space. And now we're going to be going this way with these guys. They're no longer facing this direction because we're not going to see these. We're not going to be able to get into these 2 in the back. They're just there as like buffer, really. So I got this guy here, but now I need some stone, which I don't currently have on me. There's some stone. Well, I had some stone in my inventory. Look at that. So we're going to put a block here, here, and here. There. Okay. Gotta put chests up here. It doesn't matter how you orient the chests. They can be facing each other. It really doesn't matter. They're here because they don't conduct a redstone signal. That's the main reason that they're here. And gives you a little bit of a gap. And you need to have this gap. Now, on this one here, I put on a redstone comparator coming out of these chests here. There's a reason for that. Now we have to go out quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's other ways to do this. You can do it with a picture frame. I think you can do it with a picture frame. Possibly. You could probably do it with the picture frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do it. You can do it, and it can be shorter than this. It doesn't have to be 8 blocks, but in order to actually make it happen that way, you'll have to space these guys out. So you have to add another space in between them. So instead of this build, there'll be a gap, like over there, gap. And you'll have a gap in your sorter, but it will look kind of like that. That'll be 2 and a gap, and then 2 and a gap, and 2 and a gap. But this measures how much stuff is in this chest up here. And you have to run it out to 8. Now you can use it as, you can do it like just 1 if you wanted to. You'd be like, okay, I've got 3 double chests and 1 is enough for me. So, you know, let's just build it that way. We'll just get rid of all of this extra crap. But I like doing it this way because it gives me quite the buffer. I like having lots of buffer. Okay, so we gotta get back up there. And now we put in, oh no, we can just do a repeater here as I fall to the ground. Hey, I can fly, that's right. So we do repeater here, we put in a block here. And we gotta go down like this, and down like that. And we put torch in there, there, there. And we put another torch here, here, and here. And we put dust there, there, there. And dust here. Da, 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 da. But basically at this point you can decide how much back stock you want. At this point you have at least 3 double chests worth of stock. Well, you have 1 double chest, 2 double chest, 3 double chest, plus whatever's in these hoppers, plus whatever's in this guy. So when you get up to your 4th double chest, basically we say, okay, it's time to start dealing with, we've got an inventory problem. We have too much shit. You have too much shit, then you gotta do it this way. There, da, 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 da. Torches here. Dust there, there. Dust here, here. Now, the only bad part about this is that whenever you drop an item into this chest, you do have this lighting up. But usually if there's an item flowing through the chest, it doesn't last long enough. So you can, there's a way to take your, there's a way to use redstone to take a short pulse and turn it into nothing at all. Or you can take a short pulse and turn it into a really long signal, but for this interest, I think you just got to do that. One, two, three. Okay. And that shouldn't change because it lasts so long. Well. Anyway, there's a way to prevent it from happening unless it's a solid signal. You want a good, solid, hard pulse saying, oh, this shit's full. But I forgot how to do that. And I'm not going to get into what this signal is for so much, other than to say that you can use this to create a drain down here. So like underneath these guys, you can have hoppers pointing down and have those go into a dropper so like into lava, or you can have it going into like if you have a bunch of plant stuff here, you can have that going into a composter. So once your chests get really full of your crops, once they reach this point and starts filling up this chest, it'll just automatically drain out of your chests so that you maintain 3 double chests of stock and no more. But then we got to go up here to the top of the guy here. So we're going to be, oh, like I said, we're not going to see these guys. Not going to see these. I'm not actually going to see that one either. So basically I'm going to wall this guy off. We're not even going to see that third double chest up there. And you can wall this down more too. So like you can put in a staircase here. Basically stairs underneath here, so you can still access these chests. Totally wall it off, but you'd have to do that as you're building it. Otherwise, it gets really hard to get into these chests because you can't open that chest because it's a solid block above it. Anyways, gonna go over here and do the same thing. Make it look pretty. Pretty. Alright, now we're up here, and we want to add in a hopper. There. Now we're starting to get up towards the sorter. Oh, and another thing to note is you have to have you don't have to have an odd number of blocks between your chests, but it helps. If you wanted to make it easier on yourself, do it that way. Now, I have to remember how to do this. Is that going to be high enough? No, we're going to go one more high. That way we can just put a ceiling in. And now these guys are going to go out this way. One, two, three. That should be the center. Too far, too fast. Stop. Two, three. Some idea where I'm going with this, right? Alright, so then the next one, let's see, we gotta put in a block. Block goes here. block goes there, block goes here, block goes here, here, and here. And this is where your comparators are going to live. Comparator there, 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 and there. And here's your filters. Filter's going to go here. Filter's going to go here. Well, they're hoppers, but I call them filters because that's what they're going to do. This is where the filters go. Right on those comparators. Okay. And then you have your supply line that comes through here. And we'll just do a block here real quick. And here's our supply line hoppers. Okay. So it's not compact at all, but you can fill this guy in completely. And oh, I gotta do more work down here, don't I? The block goes there, the block goes there, the block goes there, there, and not there. Okay, and the torch goes here, 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 there, there, there. And now, the back side, we've got to put in a block, and a block, and a block. And do 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 do. Now we're just installing the necessary parts for the filter to work. And we put a repeater in there, 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 and here. And now we gotta get out underneath it and put in our redstone. And this is where it kind of sucks. This redstone signal will affect these hoppers. But that's okay. There's a way around this. We just drop it down instead. So we're going to go break these guys out. Okay, and then we put in a chest. And we put in another chest. Oh, shit. Make sure your chests are connected together, or you're not going to like the result. Now we put in a chest here and a chest here. Get rid of these two. Put a hopper there. Hopper there. Hopper there. So now the redstone signal won't affect anything. Won't affect the other hoppers, and you've got your flow nice and done through. It took me some time to get this right when I was first building it, and I never remember until I get to this point. I'm like, ah, shit, I forgot this part because the redstone will mess with shit. That's the other reason why you want to build it a little higher than you think you need it, because you still have to cover this. So like at this point, my ceiling, I really should have built it one more higher. That way I could have my ceiling one more higher. So I like a big 3 tall ceiling. Otherwise I'm going to see this crap. Well, I guess I can still have a 3 tall ceiling because that one's going to get hidden, right? Just like that. See? We still have a 3 high ceiling. And we can fill all this in because we're never going to see it or need to access it or get into it anymore. And then you just have your walk-through storage area, and yeah, that's how it goes. Well, not like that, but like this. Let's finish building this guy out. One there, one there, one there. Oh, that doesn't go there. Pull those out. And then, yeah, one more here. There, there, one there, there. Get rid of those. Now we got to put our hoppers in. And a hopper in here. Hopper there. So that one's side's done. Now we just gotta fix this side. That one goes to, okay. Chest. Whoa, where the hell did that go? So now the chests are just being used because they don't get affected by redstone. Something broke. Did something break? Or just put a chest in a really weird place? Nope, just put a chest in a really weird place. One there. Okay, now you can set up your filters. And you can make it look pretty down here. You put your lights in the scene. Cover all this up, because nobody ever needs to see it or know it's there. And you got your nice little walkthrough. You've got your filters being, and you're using every spot along here. So instead of doing, you know, a filter on this side here for this side, and a filter on this side for this side, you just, you know, alternate them back and forth like that. And the best thing is even if they get overloaded, it won't affect the other hopper, the other signals, because they're separated. So it's the best of both worlds. It is compact and separated, and you don't have to worry about an overload screwing things up. Plus the fact that this system will never overload because of drains if you decide to install them. So like once you start getting stuff backed up to this point here, it will start draining out of the bottom so that more stuff can go down through. These long chests, they're not here for storage. They're here because they're not affected by redstone. And that is my my item sorter. It's a big freaking monster, but it works great, and it gives you a lot of options for dealing with obscene amount of items. And that covers item sorters. Depending on mods that you have installed, you might have other options for doing item sorting. But that pretty much covers automatic item sorting. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe you will find a use for some of these in your worlds. Thanks for watching.